Remember we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elisa. I'm an expat here in Paris. For today's video, I just want to talk to you about how I found my internship here in Paris. Nag-estudyante ako. I was an IMBA student for a year in a school near Trocadero. Now the problem is that most of the time French companies or companies here in France, they want someone who has experience already in the country. So if you take an internship here in France, that's a big plus for you para makahanap ng CDE or CDT in a work na gusto mo talagang gawin in your life. So I hope in some ways this is going to be helpful for some people. Now I am not an expert when it comes to these things, but this is just based on my experience, and I hope makakatulong siya for other students, international students like me. Now the first tip that I can give you on finding an internship is that have a good solid CV. I know it's so basic, of course, you need a CV to find an internship or any job in any country, but what I'm telling you about is that I was on Aupair for 2 years or 2.5 years, and I don't have a professional experience at all. I don't speak French. I was a beginner in French that time, and by that time it was so difficult to find an internship because I have nothing to put on my CV. What did I do for the past 2 years? I was an Aupair. Should I put that in my CV? Would that be helpful? Now I have I'm going to show you 2 CVs that I actually used when I was finding an internship. I still have it. I don't know why, but I still have it. And now you will see on the first CV, it doesn't really look great. I focus on having a cute CV than having a smart CV, as you will see. But that was the first mistake that I did. I was young, I was a bit stupid, I don't have anything to put on my CV. Then at the same time, naging au pair ako. Now, I don't know if that will be helpful or not. Should I put it or not? What can I put? I mean, it's just my education. Wala naman talaga akong experience professionally. The second CV that I will show you now, that is that CV. It actually looks really smart. It's not pink, so it's okay. It's just a 1-page CV. A 1-page kasi wala naman akong malalagay talaga. I actually put a summary. This is the most crucial part in your CV. Put a summary of your experiences and what are you looking for a job. Which industry are you looking for? Because the problem is that if you don't put any summary, most of the time recruiters just spend seconds looking at your CV. What most of the time they just want to see is your professional experience in your summary. Now, it is actually really helpful. It's like, tinutulungan mo na din yung recruiters para makita why you are really good for the position. And what did I put? I put, of course, the personal information, the summary. I put personal experience first, then education, then some skills that about my soft skills and my hard skills, the tools that you are working on. If you know some, for example, I was an accountancy student. We use SQL, so I put that in my CV. Along with the CV, I would suggest to actually make a cover letter. And now it's not necessary a lot of times that you will need a cover letter when you're applying for an internship. But what I'm just saying is that construct a cover letter where you can use it in every role that you're going to apply to for your internship. With strong CV and strong cover letter, I can assure you that you will most of the time have responses. It might be negative, it might be positive, that's great, but negative is, it's okay also to have a negative feedback. At least they responded, because there's a lot of companies who's not going to respond when you apply. Second advice is that be practical. Just apply in the industry where you have worked on already. Because, for example, can you imagine you are, there's a lot of possibilities. I mean, you can crisscross some industry, that's fine. But what I'm just saying is that, for example, I'm an accountancy student before. And I was so desperate on having an internship because I was so nervous, I was so stressed that what if I don't find anything? So I just applied for every job that I can find in LinkedIn or Indeed. And I was so desperate that why am I even expecting some companies to respond to me? I mean, my profile, my CV, my cover letter doesn't really match what they are really looking for. So, it's just because sobrang desperado na ako, kaya in-applyan ko na lahat. So, just stick on what you are really looking for and what you have experienced already. Now, this is just my advice also na accountancy, it's difficult to find an internship in accountancy here in France kasi you will need to speak French for the accountancy terms in French. Now, what I suggest for international students, kung naghahanap kayo ng internship here in France, stick with communication. Because yung English mo, magagamit mo yung English mo when it comes to communication, internship in communication. Pero at the same time, try to be practical on what you really want to do with your internship. Kasi, let's say engineering, it might be difficult to find one. I took my MBA, that's business administration, and I used that. I used that to actually have an internship in communication in the end. So I stick with communication because as I realized that the time I realized na I do speak English. I don't speak any French. I don't have any experience at all professionally. So what I want to stick with is in communication because I want to continue speaking in English and in different languages at the same time, or where I can use my language also. So that's it. Third advice is actually connected from the second advice. So I'm searching and targeting international companies in Paris. So what I suggest for international students who's looking for an internship is that if you don't have that time to apply yet and edit your CV and cover letter, I advise you to search for international companies here in Paris already where you can possibly apply when you're ready to apply. Most French company take French students also, which is on their masters na or grande école. Sila pa ngayon nag-approach dun sa mga students na yun who is French para makahanap sila ng internship. These students doesn't really need internship. They don't need to find it. It's us who need to find it because French companies, sila na nag-approach dun sa mga students. Now, when international like us, it can be really, really difficult. So what I suggest is that you stick with international companies, and it's so rare for French companies na maghanap ng English speaking kasi dito ka na rin naman base, so kailangan nila is nagsispeak ka talaga ng French. But I suggest for international companies, just Google it, go to their website. I suggest also you can apply directly on their website because 70%, 80% they respond to your application than applying in Indeed or LinkedIn. Why is that? Because I found my internship through a website, through the company's website. I applied there. They give me a response after a week asking me for an interview. I did that also with other international company. They responded also. I mean, a negative or positive. I just want to respond, you know. On some ways it can help me boost my profile, change something in my CV if you know, if they gave some advices on why am I not good for that job. So I think that can be a really helpful for you on finding an internship. Last but not the least is, do not lose hope on finding an internship. I know it can be so difficult and it takes so long to find an internship. Trust me, it took me 6 months to find an internship. I know it's hard, but you can make it. Just remember, once you find an internship here in Paris, you can apply for anything. I can say anything after you graduated and looking for a CDD or CDI here in Paris. It is 90% helpful, 100%. It actually really boosts my profile having an internship here in Paris, to be honest with you. And now this is just all my experiences. I mean, I know others can have different, you know, scenarios on what happened when they're looking for an internship, but this is mine. I hope it helps some people in some ways. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or comment below. I'll be happy to answer all of your questions, and I hope to see you guys soon. Just, you know, stay strong, stay there, you know, motivate yourself every day, and God bless you, everyone. Thank you.